My back! Oof, delete that. I almost gave up on this project entirely. Damn it! Friends, I think we're ready. Hey friends, what up? So, I've got a very, very special challenge to share with you all today. I'm going to learn how to do a Cirque du Soleil Poi routine in only 2 hours. Drex here from DrexFactor Poi, sharing with you the love of poi spinning and flow arts to benefit your body and brain. And in this video, I'm going to take on a pretty major challenge and see if I can pull it off. But before we dive in, I just want to give a quick shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Dark Monk, Fire Mecca, Flow Fests, Flow Toys, Paraterra Light Toys, and Ultra Poi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can learn more about all these awesome companies and the work they're doing to support flow artists like yourself by checking out the links down in the description of this video. And special thanks to the non-business friend of the channel, Pekha Pekkonen. Thank you so very much for supporting my channel, my work, and my mission. So let me lay down a wee bit of context for this one. About a week ago, Cirque du Soleil Casting published a listing for a poi specialist. It appears that this is casting for a show called O, based out of Las Vegas. And as it turns out, there is video online of this specific act from O. And upon reviewing this game tape, I was kind of surprised to find, number one, that the act is not all that technical, and number two, that the dance requirements around it aren't nearly as technical as I was expecting either. Now, in all transparency, I have absolutely no intentions of applying for this job, but it did get my gears turning and thinking, hey, maybe I could learn just the routine. And so I have booked the dance studio close to where I live here on the edge of DC for the next 2 hours. And I'm gonna jump in there and see if I can learn this routine. Let's see how this goes for me. Awesome. Let's get started. All right. So I am all warmed up and it's time to start figuring out a course of action on this. So first and foremost, clearly fire is not going to work inside of this studio. I figure that the closest I can get to that indoors are these kind of long strip poi that show off images. I have my pop and flow poi. I have a video of the performance on my iPad that I'm going to be consulting, and I think my first course of action here is going to be to block out the performance. You know, I'll do the first 4 count together, then I'll do the second 4 count together, so on and so forth, and see if I can work my way through the entirety. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the video right quick. So 8 count number 1 is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8. Lights on 3. Swings out the poi on 5. Cool, so let me do just that much. We do the thing, pull it out over here, light it up. After it gets lit, there's that whoosh to push the person away. Right when that switches, and we go around to, okay, that's doable. Hey, I think that was it. Cool. Let's take a look at the next 4 count. First 8 count is butterflies. Oh, that's interesting. So measure 5 is in 6/8. No wonder that cue is so odd. And that takes us into weaves, and it looks like waist straps, and then a throw. So let's try this again. Oh my God. Ow! Man, I really, really, really hate behind the back weaves in general. Oh my God. What is going on with that bloody behind the back weave? Gotcha. God. Okay, that's the reach that's happening there. That's annoying. Once more on this, and then we'll move on to the next section here. I'm not gonna get this precisely, and I'm making my peace with it now. Anyway, I'm going to continue on here. I can't afford to lose much more time. So I light this other guy up, and then tuck turns, swings it over the guy's head, stops it, oh, and comes back around and switches hands. Got it. Okay, so that whole sequence, if I'm not mistaken then, is we swing towards the invisible man, we swing back, over the head, back, and I think it'll be around, up, we do the somersault, and as we come back up, it's one of those, and then back the other way. Let's try that with music. Missed a bunch of cues there. God help me, I think the sound cues are actually starting to make a little bit of sense. In case you're curious, the reason I'm not doing the rolls is the same reason I'm not going to do the bridge in just a second, is because going upside down tends to give me dizzy spells. So I'm going to save that for when time comes to actually shoot a performance video around this stuff. But be patient, it's coming. There's that wrap under the legs to one-handed butterfly and a dramatic pose. That's the inversion. He's there a good long while. Throws one, catches it. 4 beat fountains, comes out of it, it's on his head, ducks around, takes a bow. I'm actually nearly at the end of this. Which direction is he doing his fountains? Counterclockwise, of course! Okay, so let me walk myself through this then. So as we're doing this forwards weave, comes around like that, cross thing. I come on up. I'm giving myself permission not to use my left hand as the one hand here, but I'm gonna nonetheless do the thing. From here, I'm gonna go ahead. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. There's our inversion, and then there's really fast. No, it's the other way. Fountains, around, and something like that, I think. I gotta be way more dramatic in that pose. Back bend, forever and a day. And the throw, I forgot the fucking throw. Back and forth, da, 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 and throw. Hey friends, so the camera that I was using to document all this died. In the midst of all of that rehearsal, I'm not feeling strong about the cues in the back third of the song, and I'm going to take the L. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to book the studio again early next week. I'm going to come back in, and I'm going to do my best to put down a good run of this performance. Keep your fingers crossed for me. We're going to go from learning it in 2 hours to learning it in 3 hours. As it turns out, there's more going on in here than I thought, and sometimes that is the price of hubris. So we'll be back then. All right, so confession time. It was really disappointing last week to be where I was at the end of that session, and I almost gave up on this project entirely. The thing that saved it is I went back and checked the last take I had of me trying to do the whole performance, and I realized I wasn't that far off. So I'm gonna try for another bite at this apple. I'm gonna go back into the studio. I've got another 2 hours booked, and this time around I'm gonna put a little bit less pressure on myself to like deliver the thing and just see how close I can get today and try and have some fun with it. So let's see how that goes. Alrighty then, I am back in the studio, as you can see. So I think that my first course of action is just going to mark things through and make sure that I remember everything that I learned last time. Go ahead and pull it up. Tuck turns. Roll. Around the feet. There's the back bend. Throw. Fountain. Roll. And the finish. All right, let me try that with the poi and see how it goes. So just to fill you all in, I'm doing something a little bit different this time around. I just took the take that I did and I sent it to my computer, and I'm going to set it up to play alongside the Cirque du Soleil clip and see how close I am. I'm early. Yeah, I'm super early in the beginning here. Counterclockwise, he spins counterclockwise. Bloody hell. Let me do another run here and see how, let's see if I can tighten up the timing on some of this stuff. All right, let's see how take two turned out. A little bit early on the butterflies. Yeah, so that back half is rough right now, really rough. So I really need to be listening out for the dons more as cues here, because I keep being a little early. I feel like I'm still totally clueless in the counts in the back half. Yeah, it's right over, left over. All right, so this 3-beat weave here, it's right over left. So the 3-beat weave is always right over left here. How many times does he do the behind the back thing? So, oh! 1 beat behind, 2 beats in front, 1 beat behind, and then we have the throw. Oh my God, Drex. Oof, delete that. So we have over once, over twice, over again, and then we have da, 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 boom. Okay, all right, let me try this one more time, and with 20 minutes left in the studio, I think it's going to be time for me just to shoot some video and see how close I can get. See how that was. Friends, I think we're ready. All right, camera is set. Let's do this. We're gonna need to try that again. Ah! Come on, kid, you can do better than this. We're getting there. I need to be a little bit more gentle in those tumbles. Damn it! Oh, come on, kid. You can do this. You can do this. Oh! My back! All right, so I'm over time by 10 minutes in the studio here. I have a take that can work. I want to get in one more. Well, unfortunately, it wasn't perfect, but it's as close as I think I'm going to get in 4 hours. So I'm out of time. I'm going to say my work for the day is done. All right, so I am back home. It is the day after, and I've had a chance to go look through all those videos from yesterday. So overall, I think I did pretty good considering I only gave it like 3 or 4 hours, and also too, that I'm just like learning off of a video that I found on YouTube instead of like having somebody from the company walk me through how to do it part by part. This is a fun exercise, and though there are definitely some parts that I can see that were a little rough and that I wish I'd gotten a little bit closer on, I'm also pretty happy with what I got given the amount of time that I invested into it. I hope that this gives some of you out there watching some confidence to try this out for yourself. Who knows? Maybe you're the ones that pass the audition, and someday I will be in the audience and get to clap you on as you do this performance on stage. And now, without further ado, the best take I got of this performance. How do you think I did on this one? Leave me a comment and let me know. Let me know where I could have improved, and also what are the spots that I did pretty dang good on. And for those of you out there who will be applying for this particular job, hey, best of luck. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to help other people find this video and to help my channel grow. This video and all the videos on this channel would not be possible without my amazing supporters on Patreon. In particular, I'd love to give a huge shout out to my Flow patrons who are listed on screen right now. Thank you so much, you all rock. And if you would like to get your name in the credits or access to a host of other awesome rewards, including a weekly lesson that arrives in your inbox, or early access to content, or a peek at projects that are in the process of being developed, you can get all that stuff over at my Patreon at patreon.com/DrexFactor Poi. I'll leave a link to it down in the description as well as up in the cards. Please go check that out. Help me out and support me in my mission. And if you'd like to check out some of the other awesome Poi challenges that I have done over the years, I'll go ahead and include a link to a playlist of those videos down in the description as well as up on screen. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to get out and flow yourselves today, and I'll see you with a new video real soon. Take care. Peace.